Hello, if you want to sit at the table, pull up a chair. Welcome to Let's Bring It to the Table, where we talk about um, how to enhance our lives by addressing issues that specifically impact our life. Today's topic is: do women truly know what they want when it comes to choosing a man? Today's special guest is the love coach of Atlanta, Calvin Johnson. Welcome to Let's Bring It to the Table.
Hello, 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 everybody.
Hi.
I'm glad to
So,
be at the table.
so
They
Calvin,
say,
can you?
look, they say, what you bring to the table? We
Yeah,
gonna talk about it tonight.
yes, we most definitely are. So, Calvin, tell the people out here a little bit more about you.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. I am Kelvin Troy Johnson. I'm a dating and relationship coach, also known as the Love Coach of Atlanta. I help highly successful single centered women to find successful centered men for dating, relationships, and love. And I have programs. I got a book coming out. I got all that good stuff happening. And I'm glad to bring a little to this platform here tonight, and I'm glad you guys invited me. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, and Lois and Petronella, my sisters in Christ, they are here with us. Ladies, say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so the reason for this topic is because when you look at all the social media that's out here, and it's like everybody's just gun-ho about talking about what a woman wants, what a man wants, who bring what to the table, the expectation, a woman wanting to be waited on hand and foot is just so much. So I just wanted to just narrow it down to just women. And sometimes people say in this day and time that women are confused. They really believe women are confused about what they want in life. Eventually, you find someone, you date that person, and then all of a sudden you drift apart because you're not going to because of the expectations that you place in your mind of what you want this man to be, and it's not really truly realistic, because dating can be tough. I don't do the tender swipe back and forth. I just can't, because it's just I can't do social apps. I just can't. It's too much, because it's too much riffraff in there. Just to say, Calvin, what is your thoughts about women and how they choose and pick men? You're muted.
Yeah, he muted.
Can't hear you.
Yo.
Can't hear you.
Oh, he went out. Okay, well, he'll be back in hopefully real soon. Um, that kind of threw me off a little bit, but that's
Mhm.
okay. We're used to technical difficulties. We've been having it all day. So, um, back to claiming that sometimes we claim that we have different options. We're gonna look around, to see if we can find that one we're looking for. Women sometimes have certain standards, certain specifications of the type of man that they want in life. But is it truly a standard that helps them? Does it really works out for them to have this type of standard? You know, I have a preference, just like any other woman, and that's normal. I like I like thick men. He can be a little fluffy on the side. I don't have a problem with that. I like them light skinned and pretty eyes. Those are the trouble guys for me. When I say trouble, it's like, when I fall for them and everything, it's like they steal my heart. Whereas other guys, I'm looking at them like, okay, what? I don't know why you here. So even with that being said, sometimes dating can be really, really hard, because it's conventionally wise to tell us that if we specifically ask for it, it'll come easy, but it don't. A lot of women on purposely they play the games of playing hard to get, but do they understand what they're playing hard to get to? You know, and I don't like the games. I really don't. I know men play a lot of games, and that's not really a good thing either because of the games that they play. Um, but it tends to with the games and everything that's being played back and forth in today's arena, it brings a lot of things that people don't like. It bothers the heart, it bothers the spirit, it bothers the soul. And so, even with all of that, sometimes people tend to think that they want a man to be jealous. They like that when he acting like he's jealous and he's is being cute. I don't like that. Don't act like
Mm-mm.
you're jealous in the part that where you acting a fool with me.
That's
Don't act a fool with
embarrassing.
me
Mm-hmm.
That's
because you're gonna
embarrassing.
run me away.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
I can understand if we playing, but if we serious, and you see me talking to a dude and you giving me major attitude, then that means that you weak and you can't hold your own. That's just my thoughts on that.
Thumbs
Hopefully,
up, huh?
you said what now?
Thumbs up. That's my thought too, because that's immaturity. I mean, you think that's cute when you're young, but then it can turn a whole nother direction as violence, or just always causing strife in the relationship. No, that's not maturity.
It's not. It really is not, and that's on both sides.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's on really on both sides. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see if he's able to get back on.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lack of maturity. A lot of women sometimes also think that they want a man that is dominating. It's only one place I need you to dominate me in, and that's not walking around outside.
Oh my God.
I'm
Your
just
mind.
saying, dominate me in the bedroom. You can let me lead every once in a while, but that's the only place I think dominating somebody is
You really
allowed.
bringing
But a
it to
lot,
the table.
huh?
You really putting it on the table.
Yes, he is.
Exactly. I can understand, a lot of women and let's look at dominating. A lot of women say that chivalry is dead. Chivalry is not dead. It is a dominating factor. I don't mind that part when he's opening the doors, he's pumping my gas, he puts me on the inside when we're walking on the curve, and he's making sure that I'm safe. I like that. I like it when he say, call me and let me know you made it home. Those things I like.
Yeah, those
You
things are
know,
important.
those
Mm-hmm.
those are important. That lets me know that he wants me safe. He wants to protect me. A lot of women think that it's cute if they're in the living room, because I've been through that. I didn't think that was cute at all. It was a huge red flag. And you're in the living room and you're minding your own business, maybe watching TV or whatever, and he's ready to go to bed, and he said, I'm finna go to sleep. I need you to go to bed. He's telling you when to go to bed. That's
Say what?
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different red flags, which is an abuse. That some people,
Mm.
oh, here he go. Oh, he's back.
I'm
Back.
back. I'm back.
Yay.
I'm
We're
back.
glad to have you back. We was just talking about um a factor that some women want a man to dominate them. And I was jokingly saying, I only want one place for a man to dominate
Uh
me.
oh. Uh oh. Is that the show we having tonight? You ain't
No,
tell me that.
it was a
She
light
she putting it
show.
all on the
Because
No.
table.
we can get into it if that's what y'all want to talk about
We
tonight.
can
She
take
got a
that
lot
to
to put on the
another topic
table.
at a later time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling them that sometimes a lot of women don't want men opening doors, and it's a dominating, it's a light, soft dominating, opening doors, keeping you safe, But then there's this type of dominating that some women think is cute, is when, like I was saying, for example, if you're sitting in the living room minding your own business, doing your own thing, and he said he's ready to go to bed, which is a signal for you to go to bed as well. You know, they think they want that kind of behavior when they don't. What is your
Mm.
thoughts,
Yeah,
Calvin?
yeah, yeah. This is these conversations. I'm loving this time that we living in, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
some of these conversations that we have in here and on Facebook and on YouTube and on Clubhouse and all these places,
Mm-hmm.
these are conversations that people never had, right? They've
Right.
never had these like personal conversations on maybe even what they should expect, what's too much, what they what is important to them, and them being able to state what it is that's important. And so I love the conversations that's going on right now around relationships and even with women speaking about the things that they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's the first time their ears have heard what their brain was thinking, stating actually what it is that you
Are
want.
you
And
saying just for women or for both?
uh, it's really for both, but specifically that thought was for many women, because for many women, what you think and what you felt and what you feel, it gets kind of trampled and not really made to be important, right?
Yeah.
For many years, probably for thousands of years, sex was for men. It really
Exactly.
wasn't for women.
Mm-mm.
Right? And her job was to make sure he had a good, pleasurable sexual experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's only been, I guess, maybe since maybe the late '60s, early '70s that there came about this revolution that, wait a minute, sex should be pleasurable for both people, not just for one
Exactly.
person. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Exactly. And that's true. And another expectation that I think women put, she won't, and this is going to be a shell shocker, but I know some women that are this way. They want their man to be submissive.
Mm,
Mm.
Yeah,
mm.
That's what they say at first.
they do. You know, they want their man to be submissive. They want him. What is it today? They call it something like a simp.
A what?
Yeah. Yeah.
A
Look,
simp.
you think you want your man to be submissive until somebody knock on the door at 1 a.m. Somebody bang on your door at 1 a.m. and he's hiding behind you, telling you, go get the door.
Exactly. Since
Yeah, then
you flipping the script, you know
Mm.
why?
yes. So that it all sounds good at first until you got to live into it and you realize,
Exactly.
uh-oh, that's a sensitive, emotional guy is not the guy you really want.
You don't. And you know what?
Mm-mm.
And I don't even think women really want, even with that submissiveness, when you look at it, I don't think they really want a man that's going to do everything that they want, give them what they want, and not stand up and tell them no sometime.
Mm.
You know, how long is that gonna last?
I mean,
Yeah,
if he's a softy, then he's considered weak.
Mm.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't like the word no, but you know, I understand that sometimes I have to be told no. You know, it just didn't. If you just telling me no just to be mean and you don't have a logic sound behind it, then we got to talk.
Mm. I hear that. I hear that.
So what you got to say on that?
Open communications.
Yeah, listen, none of us took relationship 101 in school, right?
Right?
Relationships are an on the job training sort of thing, right? And you
Hmm.
kind of learn as you go. And some people have never learned as they went, and somebody was talking about this before. I heard a conversation about how, like, in our society, men are actually expected to know how to run a relationship,
Hmm.
right? You're supposed to
Yeah.
know how to take care of a woman, know how to open doors, know how to look, even sexually, He's supposed to be in charge and large and in charge and taking care of things, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but how do you actually learn those things? You learn through experience, and you learn through time. But
Trial and
now,
error.
Mhm.
trial and error, yeah. But now we have these platforms where we can like bring this to the discussion, bring this to the surface, and say, "Hey, this is what we're
This is-
looking for. This
This
is
is what you need to do.
exactly."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you don't want a man as a pushover. A lot of women think they do. And and I've had discussions with guys where they were talking about women just want bad boys. For me it's not true. I want you to be a bad boy when it's time to be one, but I also want you to have a balance. There's a time and place for everything. But I don't need you to be the bad boy the whole time. I need some tenderness from you sometime. I need some compassion, not just in the bedroom, but intimacy goes way outside the bedroom. So I need that part of you, not that bad boy. That bad boy can't do nothing for me, but turn me off,
Yeah.
mentally.
I
And if
don't
I'm
think I
turned off
want.
mentally, it's over.
I don't think I want to walk around my house and be looking at a thug den. I ain't looking for no bad boy. I'm
Chemistry
looking
hot.
for a man. I ain't looking for no bad boy. I ain't looking for no
Yeah.
thug. I'm looking for a man.
Look, I heard a guy say women today are looking for a former thug who teaches Sunday school, who's a
Wow.
good tender parent who'll take him out to dinner. Like I thought that was interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The guy who he still got punch you in the mouth kind of energy, but he's a Sunday school teacher.
Right.
and he's a reformed bad boy. So, but he's still got the energy with him, and
Exactly.
makes you feel safe and protected.
Dr.
Mhm.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. On the good side, though.
And another aspect, I hear it all the time, and I know he'll have something to say about it. Women want a rich man. They want a rich man. They want him to have money. They want that comfortable life. They don't know. And my thing is, they don't understand what comes with being with a man who has money, especially if he has his own business. That means it's the richness, but what's the fulfillment? Because he's working.
He
He
got to
doesn't
work.
really have time. And if you don't understand,
Work.
y'all ain't gonna get anywhere.
Right.
What you say?
I said, what's that song? Work. You got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to sustain it. You got to keep it coming.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, definitely. And there's only one way to keep it coming. You got to keep going.
Keep going.
You got to keep going.
Yeah,
So
and they don't understand that it takes a lot of work to be even with someone who is a working man who might work two jobs or might have a job and a business on the side. It's still work because you have to know how to balance and have time because you can have a nice home, but that home is just nice and it's not even lived in. So you have to it has to be figured out, especially when you're looking for that type of balance. I don't think women really truly want a rich man unless they're a rich woman and they know what it takes. If you don't understand, and I see that a lot in some of the social media, like especially on TikTok when they be doing their lives, and it's women on there talking about they want a rich man, and the guy said you don't understand what the grind a man does, because when a man provides, a man provides. He's going to
right.
make sure that all your needs are met. But one, which is his time, because it takes time to do what the standards of the living that he's made for you and him.
Yeah.
And you have to sacrifice that if that's where you want to be.
Absolutely true. When you think about it too, when you think about how we choose each other differently, right? A man will choose. He got to have a situation right, and then he chooses the woman who's right for him in that situation, the woman that is in his life, right? So he chooses the situation first and then chooses the woman second. Women choose the guy first because they know if they get the right guy, the situation will be just right.
Right.
You see,
Mm.
if you get the right guy, you're gonna get the right situation. So
Exactly.
so that's why you'll see sometimes a guy, he'll be a little bit shy about committing, right? Because the guy knows once I say yes to this, then I gotta be ready for all the stuff that comes behind the yes that I said. When I ask you, will you marry me? What I'm asking is, will you get on the journey with me? That presupposes that you got to have a journey to take her to, right?
Exactly.
Because when she says
Foundation.
yes, she is saying yes to all the things that are going to be on the journey. And so she's also presupposing that you got that all worked out, right? Since you are she's choosing the guy and his situation. Hopefully he gonna have a good situation for us to live into. And so so I think that's where the difference is, you know, guys don't always understand. Some guys don't always understand fully what they're saying yes to. But through these conversations, men are, you know, really kind of taking their time. Now you can't take too much time,
Right.
right? Right.
Mhm.
And that's
You
on
can't
both
take too much
parties.
time, but a man should definitely consider his way before he takes such big steps.
Yeah, because a lot of men and women don't communicate the foundation that
Mm.
they're going to establish, together. Some men, I've seen men who have a foundation, I've seen men who don't.
Mm,
And when they don't, it seems like it's just chaos. Even when you try to, and it's not even worth the work of trying to help them, especially when they our age, you
yeah.
know.
Well, you know what? But it all comes down to the mentality, though. It comes down to the mentality of the guy. If you're dealing with somebody who is striving for something better, right? Maybe he doesn't have, let's say he wants to open his own landscaping business, right? Now there's the landscaping part and then there's the business part, right?
Hmm.
Now this guy, you can see he's passionate about, he loves to do the yard lawns, and you come home greasy and, and full of grass every day, right? But
Hmm.
unless he gets the business part down, his business will never grow.
Mm.
He'll
True.
always be a hookup guy, not
Hmm.
charging enough. Gotta
Exactly.
chase his money down. You know what I mean? All those things. And so I think um for that woman who's looking at this guy, she really needs to be asking a couple of questions. She needs to be asking, how can I add value to this guy's life? Right?
Right.
If you say you love him, for him in his mind, for a man in a man's mind, you can't say you love me if you won't help me.
True.
Mhm.
If you see me out pushing lawnmowers and or doing snow removal and all this, freezing my butt off, and then you just going shopping with the money,
He's gonna walk.
that's gonna
Mhm.
be a problem.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You feel me? So you have to ask yourself, like, how do I this guy who I said yes to, I'll be your lady. Okay, what exactly does that mean? Like, how do I fit into his life? How does he fit into my life? And how do we grow this thing together? And I think those raw conversations, like this is what the conversation we have about what do you bring to the table.
Right.
There's some people that hate that question. It's hate when somebody say, "Well, what do you bring to the table?" To me, I like the question, right? Because it
Hmm.
gives you a chance to display how what your the advantage you have in getting this person on your team. And I love the question. So I think
Exactly.
only people who really hate the question is people who may not have much to bring to the table.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's on both sides of the table. A lot of people
Mhm.
think that their looks or their sex is enough to bring to the table when it's
Nah, boo boo.
absolutely not.
Nah, boo boo.
Not. It's not at all.
Nah, boo boo. All of that'll dry up real quick,
Very quick.
especially when something like the money dry up.
Exactly. Because if he falls and his income is the only income, I've seen women who walked. He could have a heart attack and they'd be like, I'm sorry you sick, but I got to go. You can't provide for me.
Mhm.
Right,
You know,
right,
and
Mhm.
that's
right.
really, really sad, you
Yes.
know. So the next thing I know, and I don't know why people are like this, but we want him to always be with us. Spend all our time together, the downtime, the uptime, the all over the place. I need my space. I'm just
Mm.
me person. I need my space because it's things
Me
I'm
too,
doing.
girl.
I want my time. Just like me and my sisters, we go out, we go eat, we do our thing and stuff. And then when it's at a certain time, I'm ready to go. They might want to still do shopping. Sonya, go home.
Yes.
Sonya, go home. Cause that's just how I am. I love spending time with me. I love my alone time. But when I'm out there or when I'm with someone, I give them 1,000%. But a lot of women
Mm.
think they want this person with them. I've known men who think they supposed to go everywhere with their woman.
Yeah,
Where's the
I know
downtime?
couples that do that too.
yeah. Um, well, I think whether it's that or whether it's spending too much time, whether it's spending not enough time, whatever it is, I think we have to set the borders of whatever the relationship is going to be. The
Hmm.
expectation in the beginning. Because look, you can't pull that out when you feel like it. You're like, okay, bruh, I'm tired of you coming over here every day after work, right? Do you have to come over here every day? I'm tired of looking at your face, right?
What about
Yeah,
every day
yeah,
eating
you
my
can't
food
do
but
that.
don't
You have
bring
to
food?
kind of establish in the beginning. This is why you can't have these quick, fast, hurry up relationships, right?
Mhm.
Right.
It's got to unfold like a flower, like a rose. It takes
Yes.
time, right?
It does.
Um, because if you do, you skip over these things. And he'd be like, "Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I thought you liked me being home, being at your doorstep when you come home every day." And you like,
Mm-mm, not every day.
no, no. But you said you look happy to see me Monday through Thursday. What's wrong with Friday?
Hmm. And a lot of
So
people don't understand that, especially if you've been single for a long time. You know, 7 years for me. And I'm
mm,
saying 7 years because I know for 4 I was just playing around. It wasn't even serious. But anyway, but when you're single and you're single for a long time, you're comfortable in how you move. And you're
mm,
trying to fit someone in. Sometimes it's hard. It's we can't do that all of a sudden.
mm.
You can't show up every day. You can't do all of that. We got it's got to be an adjustment. You
True.
know, we got to have. I love I like my long time.
Yeah,
It's a
look, it's called
Me too.
bound.
yeah,
It's called
but we.
bound, and
Hmm.
you have to have boundaries. What would America be like if you could just people just walk all across I know some people try to do it now, but you could just
Yeah.
walk across the border and just dee dee doo doo doo. You know, guess what would
Right.
happen? Everything would come in, including
Hmm.
people who mean you no harm,
Exactly.
mean you no good. So, um, yeah, you got to have boundaries. Have to have
Mhm.
boundaries.
Exactly. And I don't. And I'm a type person. I don't never want to wear out my welcome, and I don't want you to wear it out with me either. So.
Look, now this is something that happens with the women as women get a little older, and men sometimes men too. Like
Mm.
your patience gets a little shorter every year.
Mhm.
that,
Mhm.
that patience gets shorter
Wow.
every year, and your tolerance gets that thing every year it goes a little bit down, and
You
so
or
yeah,
you
so
finally you finally realize that thing he did, you really wish he stopped. Or
Mm,
and he thought it was a good thing. You know,
yeah,
no.
That's
true
understandable.
words.
Hmm.
True words.
And this is one I thought was hilarious. Women really think they want their man to be more romantic.
Hmm.
I understand words and gestures. I I want my man to be romantic, but you don't have to be romantic 24/7.
Mm,
Because if my mind is not there and I got something like this show coming on, there's nothing you can say or do to get me to put me in that place to understand that you're trying to give me a gesture or you're trying to be more romantic with me. For me, let's do it outside of that time zone. I don't have to go out on a lot of dinners. I don't have to have flowers once a month. That's overkill.
mm,
I don't need that. I like the nonverbal or the little cues like say good morning to me or say good night, or just
Mhm.
thinking about me. It's the little things for me. I don't need all that attentiveness um and candy and all that. I don't even like flowers and candies like that. Now, if you're gonna get me some orchids and
That's right,
or
girl. Me
some
too.
or a certain type of color rose, then yeah, you got me. But
Mhm.
other than that, all of that a lot of people thinking that they won't with the emotional connection that it come to, and this is being poured on you. It was enough to be married, and that's a whole nother topic. Trying to share a space with someone and both of y'all are unyoked.
mm.
It's hard enough with that than to just want someone you think you want someone to be that romantic. Your thoughts, Kevin?
Yeah, somebody you thought you wanted to be romantic. So here's the thing: we all are changing. We're all going to grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I'm sitting in front of two people or I'm sitting in front of a person and they're telling me about the person they're interested in, there's something that I'm listening for, right? I'm listening for what I believe is going to be the difference maker in their future success.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that difference maker is, do your futures match? Not just where we are right now. Yeah, I know you
Mhm,
cute,
mhm,
I'm cute, we all cute,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But how about where you're going?
Where you going?
You know,
What's your plan? What's
what's
your
your plan?
goals?
What's your journey?
What's your
So there's
dreams?
three things that I've seen for women that really that women kind of prioritize, and as they should, right? A man's career,
Mm.
a man's life plan, and his personality, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Career, yes, career equals survival. How will we survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
This comes back to like maybe probably thousands of years old
Mm.
inside of us. How will we survive? Money, okay? Uh, his life plan is the journey together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the third one being his personality is the day to day. Do we match up? Are we a good fit for each other? So I think and there's nothing wrong with that, with having that kind of perspective. How is the career looking? Now,
Right.
some people are in different places in their lives, but we're talking about your values around money and resources.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has to be a high priority for a woman, because where the answers to those questions will equal where we'll be in the future, and that'll tell whether we were a good couple or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I truly believe.
Mm.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I can see where the career can finance the journey. And
Yes.
so on this journey, you want to make sure that you and that person personality can get along on this long journey.
That's
You don't want to
correct.
be with somebody that you're fighting with constantly. So yeah,
Correct.
the career, the journey, and the personality.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely. You know, I'm reminded when you were just saying that, I was just reminded of when if I don't know if you guys grew up in urban America, right? Where there was
Mhm.
basketball courts in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And me and my friends we used to go down to the basketball court, and there would be we'd play like a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, right?
Okay.
And let's say it's a 2-on-2, and we're playing, shooting, scoring. If the other team starts scoring, you'll notice something that happens, y'all. You know what happens? The team that is losing, they in their minds they have to justify why they're losing.
Mhm.
So
You cheating.
what do you think they do?
You cheating.
You
Yeah.
You
cheating,
fouled
man. What
me.
you doing?
So
Look,
is.
look. What they do is they don't even really take it to the other guys like that and take it out. They what they do is turn and talk to each other. Yo, why didn't you get your man? Yo, why'd you miss that shot? If you didn't miss that shot, I wouldn't have had to get my man. And they're going back and forth. And one thing
Mhm.
we used to say, oh shoot, we got him. Look, we got him. All we got to do is make them argue.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get them to argue, they're focused on each
Yeah,
other and not on winning.
that's right.
And I think it's the same way with relationships. If
Mm-hmm.
we can get
They forgot.
if
Yeah,
They
pretty
forgot about
much.
the journey.
Mhm.
forgot about
Yeah.
the journey, forgot about what they were working towards, now they're at each other. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
at each other, you are not focused on the dream going forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's true. And
Yes, ma'am.
this another one. Usually it's the men talking about independent women, but a lot of women think that they want their man to be independent and only need a little from them. That's not true.
Mm,
Mm.
it's not true.
But it's
It's
That's
not
not
sad.
true.
true.
It's not true.
Yeah, yeah.
If
It's
if
not
you
true at
if
all.
he's over independent, then guess what? There comes neglect in different situation. Uh you want your man to depend on you. You want him to ask you, baby, can you go and do this? Baby, can you do that? I find it for me, when I can be of service to my man, that's my way of submitting to him. If he asks me to cook him a meal, I'm on it. If he asks
Yeah.
me, to go pick up something for him, I'm on it. If he say he's
Mm.
sick, guess what? I'm the doctor and the nurse. I
Mm-hmm.
want him to depend on me just as much as I depend
I
on him.
make the medicine, so hey.
What was that?
So she did.
What, what was that?
Well, I do. So
What'd
hey,
you say, Lois?
That was
I
I'm
Pat.
said that.
Petronella.
Oh, she make the medicine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do. I do. So
You
Hmm.
said you make the meals?
I
The
She make
make
medicine.
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 Mi-
Medicine.
mi- Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she was saying she the doctor and the nurse, and I said,
uh,
well, I make the medicine.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I like it. I like
She
it. I
has her
like
own
it.
pain cream. But yeah, but a lot of women think that they want a man to be independent on, just independent. You don't want that. You want a man to want you and need you just as much as you want them to want and need you. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, you talking good in here today because that you be surprised as to how often that happens. You know, I know of a guy who got married to a woman. Actually, he was seeing a girl, and he had a business. He had an audio business, and they were taking care of things. He had you know, this was back when you had the big speakers, for these events, and
mhm,
Sorry.
she used to join the carrying tree. You know the carrying tree. You get
mhm.
on that side, I get on this side, and
Mm-hmm.
you get in the middle, and that person and everybody's all together lifting the heavy speakers and walking out together like that,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
She was rapping chords, she was testing
Part of the
microphones,
setup.
she was
Mhm.
fully in on the business.
mhm.
when when she finished saying I do, she said I don't.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
that's not how it works.
So she was putting on.
But that happens though. That
Yeah,
happens.
she's putting on a front.
Some
This
people
actually
go along
happened.
with a
Mm.
with
This
a
actually
guy just to
happened.
find
And
out what
so
he needs.
yeah, look, so he had right after when she stopped coming around, stopped feeling like showing up, stopped all involvement, he felt tricked. And I'm telling you, there's a
He
lot of
was.
I
men
would
who
too.
are
He was.
slow to pull the trigger because
Mhm.
they've watched men get tricked in this same kind of way, and they're like, it's not gonna happen with me, no sir. So,
Mhm.
you know that's why some men are a little resistant to to saying yes to commitments. I'm telling you,
Mm.
We
I
got
think go both
two
ways though.
comments. We got
Mhm.
two comments now.
definitely.
You saw it?
Yeah. Julius Logan said that they'll flip on you. And before that, Okima said that she totally agreed, but she said it will be very toxic on both sides. I missed
Mhm.
those. I think those came a little bit earlier. But when you look at that, when there's no balance, and even in marriage, that does happen. Even on both sides of the train, they'll show you this, this, and this, and then as all of a sudden, once they grab you up or get you, then they flip on you. They tell you what you can't do, or anything, or it was on Steve Harvey in the Strawberry Letter, where this man, he married this woman during COVID, and she did that to him. She was talking
Mm.
about she understood him being a preacher's kid and everything, and as soon as she got in there and she moved in, she took his bed out, put her grandmama's bed in there. She was doing some crazy stuff, and
Mm.
and he didn't know what to do. He was ready to get out because she was nothing like what she was when he you
Put
know
on a show.
when he was dating her.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's this thing that is um always telling and never lies.
Mm.
You know what this thing is? Time.
Yeah.
Time
Mhm.
never lies. People lie, but time never lies. Time will tell you exactly what you have if you give it enough
Time.
time.
Let's go back to the season when they say make sure you date and make sure you go through all the season. Winter,
All the seasons.
spring, summer, and fall.
All
You
the
see
seasons.
their personality.
All the seasons.
Mhm.
Never marry somebody, never get into a long-term commitment with somebody and you haven't seen them in the seasons.
That's right.
Look, they might lose their job and go sleep in a corner for 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? You don't know how people are until they've gone through certain seasons,
That's right.
and you might wake up and be like, I don't even know you,
Exactly.
and you're right,
Yeah.
because you missed the seasons.
Because if a man or a woman can't be with you when you're at your worst, they definitely
Mm-hmm.
don't need to be with you when you're at your best.
Hmm.
There's some ups and downs. That's why the seasons comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Another thing that women,
Mhm.
I laugh at this one. Another thing that women say they want, we want a perfect man. Good looking, 6'2", well built, financially stable, sensitive, with no annoying habits. They make it sound like a dream. You ain't finna get all
Mm-hmm.
that. You ain't finna get it all.
Mm.
You're just not gonna get that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
don't exist. That's false
Look,
hopes, false expectations.
sure.
Especially after COVID.
I'm telling you, it's that 90% of women looking for the 10% guy.
Mm-hmm.
10, I mean, there's only 10% of those guys that fit that perfect criteria, and the prince waiting. I mean, this is where we got it from. Like we got it from the waiting for the hand of the prince, you know, to come and take us away from our crummy situation and make us feel beautiful. Listen, the indoctrination on this started when you were 6 and 7 years old. No wonder, yeah, no wonder by the time you're 20, 25 and you're like, well, okay, 35, well, okay, I guess I'll take him. And then 40, you already divorced because he won't it, you know. And it's really we don't see very many stories about the day-to-day living together,
Right.
of being together and overcoming this and overcoming that. And there's a couple stories out that I really kind of like for that. What's that show called? Abishola. What's that? Abishola, and I can't think of the guy's name. The girl, she's from Africa.
Which show
Hadn't
is
seen
that?
that one.
Me either.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the show.
It's a series.
It's a
series?
regular sitcom. It comes on. Hold on, I'm gonna type it up. Abishola. It's such a weird name. Bob Hart's Abishola.
What is it on? What channel?
It is on. I want to say CBS. Yeah, it's on CBS.
Okay.
Bob.
Abishola.
Yeah, Bob Hart's Abishola. She's like Nigerian or something. She's African, and he's a regular white guy, and a big white guy, and they fell in love, and like they have different kind of cultural differences, and it's actually a really really funny show.
Really, they totally look opposite.
They look totally opposite, but to see how they engage, it's really cute, and it's really like worth watching if you've never seen it before.
I'm gonna take note of that.
Yeah, but I like those shows that kind of show couples going through things, right? Because we all talk about dating, but at some point in time, you want that dating to stop, and get into something serious, and then you got to live the life with the person.
Yeah,
that's not always it's not always as easy as what comes on in the storybook in the Hallmark Channel.
Especially for the young ones, it's a shell shocker for them. You know, if you've been around the world a couple of times, you know what to maybe expect.
Yeah.
So,
some of these people will fool you though.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. And sometimes women say they also want equality.
They don't want equality.
They don't want
they don't want equality. They want the equality that benefits them.
Like, exactly.
Listen, I'm not. Who's gonna say at 2:00 in the morning when somebody banging on the door, it's your turn. we equal in this thing. It's your turn. I got the door last time at 2:00 in the morning.
I need you to go to the door, and I'm gonna take care of the rear.
Yeah.
I'm your bag up.
So therefore, it cannot be equal. There is no equal. There is no equal. That there's everybody playing their role, which makes it all work.
Exactly. And sometimes men tend to fall in love with these women who in turn end up being gold diggers. Because the women have a hidden agenda.
You know what kind of guys fall in love with gold diggers? Men who led with their wallet.
Yeah.
If you lead with your wallet, don't be surprised if there's a woman who comes after you for your money. Duh. Yeah. You gave her the bait.
And and a lot of women, and it's funny to me how when I look at, like I said, because I watch social media before I watch TV, because to me it's so entertaining to listen. There's women that out here that really truly believe that if a man take them on a date, and it's not an expensive date where he's spending $200 and $300, he ain't the man for her, and she don't even understand that she might be missing out on something. I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind going to, and this just me. I guess because I make my own money, I do my own thing. I'm Sonya Bougie for a reason. I don't look for someone to maintain me. I maintain me. So that's my disclaimer
Mm-hmm.
on that. But if
Absolutely.
I can go to Golden Corral and have a great time
Mm-hmm.
as long as the company, the conversation is flowing, the chemistry is right. It don't make me no difference. It's not about you. You set the pace. You set the standards. You don't know what tests might be out there. Like I said, men play those kind of games. They like testing you to see where you at. But see, I do tests too. But women have to understand that you can't set the standard and the expectation of going to a $200 dinner when you might not even be worth a $200 dinner.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And listen, and it goes on both sides, right? So what I
Exactly.
tell the guys is, if you are having a conversation with this woman and you want to take her out, take charge from the beginning.
Exactly.
You say, listen, you find out, do you have any seafood allergies? Do you have any, something that you don't eat? She said, no, I'm good on everything. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me down on Peachtree Street at 8:00 p.m. At Chez Marais.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's no ambiguity. There's no, well, I think, are we meeting? I don't know. You can't say I want to take you out. Okay. Take me
Mm-hmm.
out
Yeah,
where?
you got to be more specific.
You gotta be
Exactly.
specific. And I'm telling you, as I'm talking to the guys, I tell them, look, the more specific you are now, the better it'll be for you later. Right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because she'll get used to listening to your leadership. And you can say, come here, girl. Bring those lips over here.
And here she comes.
Right? And
That's
here
what
she
women
come.
do. Yep.
Here she come. Why? Because she's been following your lead the whole time.
And that's a form of intimacy if people don't know it. Because if in the beginning, if he's taking charge, he understands from the conversation y'all having before the date, what's your likes, what's your dislikes, what you might want to be at a jazz club where you could eat dinner or something. He understands you like dancing. And he sets the first romantic dinner, if that's what y'all choose up, he took charge.
Right.
It's to me, that form of intimacy will get you more out of me than anything, especially if you're doing most of the planning. A lot of women don't know what they want because they just don't know what they want. If a
Right.
man asks you what you want to eat and you say you don't know, I'm so used to letting my sisters choose because I like a lot of ethnic foods. I like raw sushi. I eat other things that they might not eat, and so I let them choose. Don't ask me. And it's been that way for the longest. And so when a guy asks me, what do you want? I'm like, I'm okay, whatever you decide. Choose for me. Because
Yeah.
that to me is so sexy. Oh, he know me. He know me.
Right.
That keeps my interest.
Yeah. And it says that I'm listening to you. You say,
Hmm.
oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
he caught that. Oh, he caught that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Well, this is
Exactly.
somebody, right? So I
Hmm.
tell the guys, you need to be somebody. Matter of fact, you need to take her on an experience. You're not just coming on a date.
Exactly.
You're coming on an
Exactly.
experience.
Exactly.
You'll forget that you went down to your 7-Eleven or to QT and got you some gas. Like you'll forget
Right.
about that, right?
Exactly.
But you'll never forget about going to Disney World.
Yeah.
And I tell my clients, you should be Disney World.
Hmm.
You going up, you going down, you going on a small world, you going on a roll. It's an experience so that when they're done with you, and of course this is not all in the same night, but
Right.
the totality of who you are is that I'm living an amazing life. I live that sprinkle life.
Hmm.
It's just a cupcake until I put the sprinkle on it. I live that life. I live an amazing life and I'm having you come and join me on this amazing life. So if you joining me on this amazing life, imagine what being in my life permanently as my woman would be like.
Exactly.
It's
You
a
know,
beautiful,
and women don't,
it's a
ladies,
beautiful
please
time.
don't shut it down if he say he's taking you on a picnic. You will be surprised. You would be
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah, yeah.
Those are some winning dates on a
Yes, it is.
picnic.
Yes, it is. Look, because sometimes at the restaurant, it could be a little annoying. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
loud. Sometimes it's, the people looking at you. Sometimes the waiter's annoying because they keep asking you what you want, what you want, what you want, would you
Hmm.
like, would you like? you know, Sometimes being out on a picnic date that's down in the park where y'all can just get to know each other and talk and make a real connection or not, or a friendship, you know?
Exactly.
You got plenty of time to go out and put on your heels and your makeup and all that, but make sure the person is worth it.
Hmm. And the biggest thing now that women they claim that they want, they think they want, or what they think men act like, they want that alpha man.
Mm, yeah, that throw you over his shoulder kind of guy. Ah, come here.
Yeah, yeah. They think they really want that. You know, I don't think so. I don't think
Every
so. I
woman,
like a
look,
man with a little arrogance sometimes, but that's not the float of the boat. You
yeah,
know,
every woman in 007's life wanted to be the woman,
yeah.
but it's not. He's not made that way.
Mm-mm.
You know. Uh,
No, he's not.
Look, you remember when many years ago, who was the coolest guy on TV 20 years ago, 25 years ago? Who was the coolest guy on TV?
For me,
Yeah.
don't y'all laugh. Don't y'all laugh. Bill Cosby was the coolest guy on TV for me.
Okay, but he was a father.
Yeah, but I'm talking about per the relationship with him and his
Okay,
wife.
okay,
Per
okay.
that to
Well,
me,
maybe I need, look. Maybe I got to go pre Cosby show further back. Who was the coolest guy on TV?
I don't know.
I'll give it to you. The
I
Fonz.
don't know, but it wasn't
Oh,
Bill
the
Cosby.
Fonz,
Who?
yeah.
Tell
Oh,
That
tell me
everybody thought the
tell me
Fonz was the
somebody
coolest guy. Yeah.
tell me somebody who was cooler than the Fonz.
Uh, um, Bestie said Billy D. Williams. I can concur
No,
with that.
he was cool, but he wasn't the Fonz. Let's be honest. He wasn't like snap his fingers and women came running. Like
Yeah, they did.
you know what I mean? Like
women came running for Billy D. Williams. Yes, because I was one of them.
okay, okay. Well, they did. They did. But
Yeah, but not
um
now. I don't know the Billy D now, but the Billy D then.
Billy D. Yeah, back then, because a lot of women today, it's Denzel. I'm not a Denzel. No, he's not the coolest guy of today.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Well,
the,
I
the,
like
the thing
Denzel.
is the point of that is um these were characters, right? And that people fell in love with the character,
Hmm.
fell in love with the person of the storyline,
Right.
right? And but if you think of it, you never saw Fonzie have one woman, right?
That's true. He had a different one every time.
Yeah, they used to line up for him,
Hmm.
right? And but every woman wanted to be that guy, be with that guy, and every guy wanted to be that
That
man,
guy.
right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's a beautiful thing. But in reality, um,
That's not real.
somebody has had enough of his nonsense. The coolest, handsome guy you know, there's somebody who's like, you know what? He's a butthole, right? he
That's
he is he this guy, right? Somebody has had enough of their nonsense. I don't care how handsome they are. There's somebody that's like, I don't think
true.
so. right? Because
Exactly.
we see people in their light, you know. And so I think when we really get to know, I think bottom line of all this relationship talk is comes down to self-awareness.
True.
The more you know who you are, the better you'll know who you fit with. The more you know
Exactly.
who you are, what
Mhm.
you love,
And what you like and what you
what you
want,
like, what you love, what you're passionate about,
what you'll
right?
tolerate, what you won't
So,
tolerate.
sometimes people want to bring other people into their life to fill a space that they don't even understand, that they don't even they haven't even investigated it, right?
Yeah.
You want me to do something for you that you don't even do for yourself? Like, what are we
No.
supposed to be doing with that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
You
So,
gotta have to want to do it for yourself.
right.
right.
So you loving you
Loving you.
creating the
That's right.
path for
Absolutely.
me to follow helps you to really get what you want. But you got to know first.
Mm-hmm. That
I
is so
You got to
true.
know
totally
first.
agree. If you don't love you and know you, how you expect somebody else to love you?
Right.
If you can't if you can't do those things for yourself, why should somebody else come do that for you?
Yeah.
So if you walk around the house with your head looking like boo boo foo and you can't comb your own hair, but you waiting on a man to send you to the beauty parlor, you can't do that for yourself. I can do anything I want for myself.
When I tell you that's something that irks me when these women telling these men to get my nails and my hair done and everything. Now it's okay if he want to buy me a wig every once in a while, but that's my responsibility. I know what I want to look like. I
Right.
know
Mm-hmm.
how I want to set
Mm-hmm.
myself up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a man to do that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if he think that's all he can deliver, then bye bye. Keep moving. Go on.
Mm.
If you don't love yourself enough to take care of you, why how would you expect a man to take care of you?
He
You weren't
can't.
taking care of yourself. You
Right.
didn't love you enough to take care of you, but you expect a man to take care of you. I
Right.
I love me, myself, and I. I
Hmm.
take care of me, myself, and I.
There's
And
three.
myself, and I can go anywhere. Me happy, self is satisfied, and I don't care where I go.
I hear that. I hear that.
Yes.
Look. There's three F's that as I have these conversations with men, um, and they tell me what they're looking for. If you guys didn't know, if I didn't say earlier, my background is in working with males, working for men for 17 years, 18 years, working with men in the system, men at the church, men in the fraternity, always working with males, right?
Hmm.
And there's three things that I hear them often say that that they find ideal in a woman, right? Three things, and they happen to all be F's: a woman that's fit, a woman that's feminine, and a woman that's fun. Fitness, feminine, and fun. And I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, if you want that 10%, that upper 10% guy, right? You work on them three things, right? How because your fitness says what you feel about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? How you treat yourself says what you think about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
How you feed yourself says how you feel about yourself,
Hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It says so much. The feminine says part, it actually makes a man feel more masculine when you are more feminine,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
right? I actually feel like rah, the more feminine she is,
Hmm.
the softer she is, the harder I can be,
Mm.
right? And I'm telling you, it definitely works, and just fun, right?
Hmm.
Because I don't know if y'all know, but to be a man and a male in this society, um, we wake up, and I'm talking about like men. I'm not talking about boys, right? I'm talking
Hmm.
about men. Men, especially the men that I know, wake up on edge. Like we get out of bed, oh, okay, we gotta pop, 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 pop. We gotta show up. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. How we gonna pay these bills? How we gonna make this money? How we gonna, you know, and even if you got you can have a good stable job and still a man knows nobody's coming to your rescue. we know that already. We know for women, if a woman falls out, like society feels bad for women and will do something for her. If you see a guy down at the gas station, you might give him a quarter. If he's standing out there at the gas, hey, got some spare change, you might give him a quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you saw a woman out there talking about, can you help me out? Boom, people are lining up to help her. But that's just the way it is. And so so men, life is serious
Mm-hmm.
for a masculine man.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can bring some fun into my life, if you can bring something that makes me smile, something that makes life a little lighter,
Peace.
you become very valuable in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. And you hit on something, about women, and especially with Black women, and to me it seems like it's not a no-brainer, but it seems like it is, that a lot of men don't understand that with Black women, just like a man gets up and he's got to get it, get it, get it. It's a lot of women that do not. I'm one. I know these two ladies do not. We do not depend on the system for anything. We're
Mhm.
always driven in survival
Mhm.
mode. For us, it's
Mhm.
survival mode. Let me get out here and make sure all this is taken care of because we
Mhm.
have no one. We have no
Mm.
one to depend on. I got my dad, but I'm not going to do all that. I got my brother. I'm not going to do all that. I'm in survival mode to where I can't be that soft woman, or I'm learning how to be that soft woman when I'm constantly in survival mode.
Mhm.
And then when you, just like with a man with peace, they want that peace so they'll be able to open up to you. Well, a woman that's in survival mode, they need that security to where they can be soft. Because
Mhm.
if they can't, the masculinity in them takes over and they'll never ask you for anything. I've
Mm.
rode that path where, if I ask for something and I'm told no, you ain't got to worry about it. I get it myself. And
Mm.
I'm in that mindset that where I ain't asking you for anything. If you don't see that I need it, or if you tell me where you don't need to be acting that way because you can't be a damsel in distress, guess what? I'll never be that in your face ever again. And then one day I'll walk away. And a
Mm.
lot of men don't see that and don't understand it or choose not to. That with Black women who are what we call independent,
Mm-hmm.
it's not independent, it's survival mode. We
Mhm.
don't have a choice.
Yeah,
I'm
we
Mm.
not
don't have a
talking about
choice.
these
Mm-hmm.
ones who is on the system or anything. I'm talking about these ones who get out here who had no system to go to, who
Mhm.
raised their kids. They
Who
didn't depend on anything
work a
but
full-time
themselves.
job and
Mm-hmm.
have a business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
A
yeah.
full-time
Listen,
job and have a business.
yeah.
And
Look,
see,
I
if
go ahead.
I if I have if I have a need and I have a man and he sees I have a need, then yeah, he should say something, but I'm not gonna ask. But if you
Mm-hmm.
realize, if you see there's a need, offer. But if I have to ask and you see, well then something's wrong with that picture.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna ask because I'm used to
Doing it myself.
supplying my own
Ended.
needs.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And so, I'm actually taking care of two households. I have a full-time job and I have two businesses.
Mm.
So, but I still want the man. I
Mhm.
Hmm.
still want the man. But one may look and say, well, she doing all that by herself. She don't need me.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm surviving and making it because I got him. First of all, I got God.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So when you come into my life, you got to be already established what you want for your life and be happy with what you have. And
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I have. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sad. I'm not lonely. I'm
Hmm.
not bored. I have so many things that keep me busy. I'm happy. I'm satisfied with me, but I do want a relationship. But I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that sugar mama to you, and I'm not looking for a sugar daddy, or I'm not looking for I'm not trying to be nobody's what's that other one? I'm not trying to be a cougar. I just want the man that has established his own, like I've established mine, and we come together.
Yeah, yeah. So it's that come together part that becomes the challenge, right? Because I could tell you, a woman who's got a full-time job and 2 side businesses, she
I have
doesn't
time.
she
I
doesn't
have-
have much. No, you can say you got
I
time,
have,
but
I
but
have
on
time because
hold on.
let me
So
explain that to you.
okay,
Let me stop you right there. I have time because
she saw this
those
coming.
are
She heard this coming.
those,
Okay.
Yeah.
I have time because those are my businesses. I run them. I make my time. I make my schedule. And I don't owe anybody. So it's not like I got to get out there and work this side business to keep this side business going. No, this side business is going because of me. I'm not going because of side business. God gave it to me. So it's on return. You know, it's going.
Okay.
But if I decide to take time off and go out on a date or put a man into my life, I have time for that. I will make time for that if he's the right person.
Okay. So let me help you out with that. I definitely hear everything you're saying there. So the guy who comes in, right? A man has to have something to do. Like he has to have a purpose for being, right? He's got to have something, right? So as opposed to looking at it, a guy who hears what you just said, the things you got going on, he may say, you know what, you got too much, you got too much life going on. Let me, you ain't got
I
enough
wouldn't dare
space.
tell him all of that.
Hold on,
Not at the gate.
let me get to my point. Let me get to my point. Even if you told him that, right? Because he does, if he's interested in you, he wants to know what your life is like, right? Inside those pieces of your life, if you can say, you know what, I have this kind of business, and let's say y'all having the conversations, and he's trying to figure out where he fits, right? If you can find a space for him maybe in the business, and it matches up with what his strengths are, then now you are doing something together. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you can have all those things going on, but he has to be, you have to be able to have the conversation with him that lets him feel comfortable that I have a space too, that we can share in this particular
We
thing,
fit.
and it benefits
We
both of us.
we
You
fit.
see what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah, we can fit. We can fit.
We can fit. And everybody's looking for a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's looking for a fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's true. Because you know, a lot of women have that problem. You know, they end up, because of their mindset of what they think is the perfect guy, or what they used to bringing themselves. Or it could be because they hadn't really fully healed. And you know how the laws of attraction goes. You know, if whatever is inside of you, if it's not, you haven't fixed it, or you haven't started walking away from that you don't like, that's what comes to you. And a lot of women don't understand that sometimes that nerd, or maybe that guy that, you know, that's quiet, might be just that perfect fit for you. Because it's not you can't say you want this guy because he's lavish or whatever. You know, he might not be the perfect fit. You don't know
Better get
what
in
the other
line.
guy might have going on, that where
Better
he
get in
can bring
line.
you up to a
Mhm.
status that you can build yourself,
Mhm.
or to help build him.
Mhm.
That's why I'm an observer. I'm an observer. I
You're an
observe everything
observer.
I see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely true. And you know, I have these conversations with guys, and you know, yes, let's look, there's all kind of men out there. There's some men who are not open to you having, you know, all these things going on, and he's just
Mhm.
not comfortable with that. He wants a woman who's simple. A lot of these guys want a simple woman, but they don't understand that we don't live in simple times. A lot of, you know,
Right.
people are doing things to secure themselves, just
Mm-hmm.
in case some of these bottoms fall out. And
Mhm.
last, you know, on March March of 2020, I lost 3 incomes in 1 week. Okay. So, we all have to kind of be mindful of that and just be able to support and understand like people got to hustle for their survival,
Mm-hmm.
but don't block him out with your hustle. That's the challenge.
Yeah.
Making him
And
feel
it's the same way men have to do that too, because sometimes a
Absolutely.
man can be so busy that he forget and he just expects. It becomes an expectation.
Mhm.
And Bestie said you have to make time to get to that point, which is true.
Right.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
True words.
So, with everything that goes on with women, and because a lot of time women don't think their voices are heard, but it is. It's just that, it's the way it's heard. It's the way things go. I've said to myself, relook at your expectations of what you think you want in a man, because it's not gonna get it. You're just not gonna get it. There's no perfect fit to that. You might find a guy that looks like you want him. He's your dream guy that look, but he might be obnoxious, don't like to clean, he might not cook, he might not like to even open doors for you. You
You can
really
keep
want that? You want to wake up to that? Do you
no.
really want?
Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover. You just
Absolutely
cannot.
not. Absolutely not.
That point, you can keep going.
Exactly. That is so true.
The guys I for single women of let's say of a certain age, I
What age?
like, huh?
What age?
Yeah.
Whatever age.
Mm.
I like divorced guys. To
Mhm.
me, divorced guys are the good quality guy that you can, a lot of times, not, of course, none of this is 100%, right?
Mhm.
But a guy who's actually been married and had a family and all of that sort of thing, he understands the role of husband, even if he wasn't a great one, right? He at
Sure.
least he understands sacrifice. He understands showing up when you don't feel like showing up. He understands putting other people first, in the family before you. There's and for guys who've never been married, they don't quite understand it that way. They don't understand the role of the masculine man in the center, and as the leader. So I
Okay, I
like
have a question.
divorced guys. They're a great catch a lot of times
Okay,
for
so
a woman.
as far as the divorced guys, how many divorced guys that's trying to do that again?
Not a
There are
lot.
a lot. Listen, believe it or
There is.
not, believe it or not, there are a lot of divorced guys who enjoyed coming home, knowing that there was going to be something cooking, knowing that somebody was looking forward to them coming home, knowing they're going to have something warm in bed, like all of that kind of goes out the window, and you have to make all that stuff happen as a single guy. So there are a lot of men who enjoy the companionship of being married. Maybe they didn't have success with the one they were married to, but they enjoy the process. They love it. So find one of them.
Logan said that they're a lot, but more careful. These guys are careful after
Yes,
they get divorced.
yes,
So
yes. Because some of them have been burned,
very bad.
and I don't care if you nurse your burned wound. You still see it, and you still can feel that something something has happened. You know what I mean? So these guys, they're very
I
careful.
think that's on both spectrums, though, men and women.
True,
Women have been burnt too.
true,
Yeah.
true, true. Um,
Can't hear
yeah,
you, Alois.
I
Can't
mean,
hear
it's
you,
more
Alois.
more women out there towards men than men. It's more women to choose from than men. So if you don't do something he can easily say next. He can easily it's out there. And it's women that will, they don't care if you're married. They don't care
mhm,
if you're with someone. They
mhm.
still just go ahead and be with, they don't have any they don't have any morals about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
self-esteem sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it's that, but it's also in the nature of women that women care about how a man makes them feel.
Mhm.
They don't care about you or the other person or the
Right.
next person. They care about
Right.
how that guy makes them feel.
Mhm.
And they can ride off of that. Many women can just ride off of that and be perfectly okay with whatever
Mhm.
he is making them feel, you know.
But do she realize it? Do they realize that even if he's with someone at the end of the day, she's still not chosen? She's just
Mm,
a tool to be used.
mm,
Let's just call it what it is. You're just a
yeah,
tool to be used.
yeah,
If you're not chosen, you're just a tool.
mm, yeah, yeah. And not to mention for the guy who does that choosing, um, he, you know, it's not guaranteed that it's going to end up going well for you. I mean,
Mm-mm.
you know, so
And that's
this
on
is
both
called
ends of the spectrum. I
true.
know a guy, I think it was on TikTok, this guy, he was kind of hurting. He had to put it out there that he found out that where he was at, that the women, this group of women, he didn't even know they clutter in the group. And he was with this lady, and he dated her, and she went back and told them. He didn't know that. Everybody in that group had a piece of him.
Oh
And then
wow.
when he finally went back and he said something, trying to date her, and she said, "Oh no, you were just a good piece." And then he was like, "Well, I was with so and so, and she brought you up, and I didn't know y'all knew each other." She said, "Oh yeah, I told him all about you,
Wow.
everything about you."
Yeah.
And he felt so violated, but that's been the end times from day one for women, And it's like these
Mm-mm.
women out here, especially these young ones, they in beast mode with this. He had to been like in his mid-30s when this happened,
Mm,
So to me, it's funny, but it ain't. It really ain't. That
yeah,
women
it's true.
decides to do this. This is not the way of the world. You
No,
don't
Mm.
no,
pass
no.
men around.
It's a cruel world.
It's
It's a cruel
horrible.
world.
It's horrible. But I still won't do that Tinder swipe. Never, never, never.
You know what? I know some people who found their true love on Tinder.
Really? Good for them.
Yeah, good for
Better
them.
that.
Tinder is not what it is not what it used to be. It's not necessarily the hookup app that it used to be. There's
Mhm.
some people who actually find a real relationship. It's actually one of the top dating apps that's out there. Um,
Get out.
yeah,
You
Yes, yes.
serious?
it is. It is.
Mm,
It's in the top
Wow.
10 of all the dating apps.
mm.
But the ones that I direct people to go on, one of my boys, he's got a dating app, RBL, Real Black Love.
Mhm.
That's a good one. And Hinge. Hinge is another good dating app that
I've
Mhm.
never
very
heard of
popular.
neither one of those. Hinge.
Hinge, like a door hinge.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
And
never heard of
RBL, Real Black Love.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy Joseph Dixon.
He put
it.
that together.
Yeah.
You need to tell him I need him on the show. I want to talk to him about his business.
I know that's right.
Did
Yes.
you, Calvin, did you want to leave us with any thought provoking, mind shattering thoughts, to shake the viewers up a little bit, about the thoughts of how women go about choosing? Because, women are, I don't believe in a woman being the prize. I think she's the gift. It's a prize to
Mm,
get a man, but I think women are a gift, because they're
mm.
a gift. You treat a gift different than you treat a prize. So,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Uh, for the women, I say this: a man should have to climb up to get you. The little you go to the apple orchard, and the apples that are on the ground, they're easily accessible. Somebody could just walk up. It didn't cost them nothing. They just walk up, pick up what has fallen to the ground. right? But that shiny apple at the top of the tree, that the man in this case, has to climb up to get. When he gets that shiny apple, right? It took him some energy, it took him strength, and that shiny apple becomes valuable to him because he had to work to get it. You owe it to yourself to become the shiniest apple you can be. Work on yourself. Work on your fitness. Work on your femininity. work on being fun, right? And when he is presented, when he gets to that apple, I'm telling you, a man will appreciate you in a different way when he had to climb up to get you. So keep shining, baby. Keep shining. Shine on, baby.
That was
Shine.
good.
I like that.
That was
Keep
good.
shining.
Yes.
And you guys can follow me everywhere. I want y'all to follow me on TikTok. Your boy blowing up on TikTok. That's my platform.
Yeah, I've been
Follow-
seeing you.
yeah. I'm
Have I
loving.
seen him on TikTok? Because I'm
I'll
always
send you
on
the
TikTok.
link. I'll
Yeah,
send you the
hit
link.
me up. Or you can just type in Kelvin Troy Johnson. Kelvin Troy Johnson everywhere. But I especially want y'all to go to TikTok. I'm lighting it up on the TikToks, and the followers are going up. I got I got a video that got 2 million views, and I'm going viral over there. So I want y'all to all follow me on TikTok, and let's do this thing together. I do one-on-one coaching sessions. So if you want a one-on-one session, hit me up at lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com.
And you can find all of his links in the Let's Bring It to the Table group. So y'all like and share, go and follow. He's been doing this a while. Like I said, he's been on panels. He's been somewhere everywhere. He does his thing. Listen. You might be able to grab some coins out of that to help enhance your life. So go ahead. Like, follow, and share in the group, on the page. Even with him, do the same thing. Everything is out there. And Bestie said gifts are given. Me and him going to have to debate that. He said gifts is given, a prize is earned, same as that shiny apple. Okay. All right. We'll talk about that, dude.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You should have been on the show, not in the background.
I
So
like that.
yes. Still, ladies, did y'all have anything y'all wanted to say to him?
No,
Great
awesome
show.
job.
Mhm.
Awesome job. Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but
So
this could really go on and
Yes.
on.
I know.
Because it's so much that still
We
is
need to do
not on
another
the
one.
table.
We need to do
Oh, he'll
another
be
one.
back on. Trust, ladies. He'll be
Okay,
back
cool.
on. He will be
Yes.
back on. We
Always
have some
ready.
topics, that's coming up. I'm gonna discuss with him to see which one he chooses to be on. So, and hopefully, I want him to be on the man panel that I want to open up just so the ladies can just ask the questions that they want to ask someone with some sense. You know,
Ooh.
so
Mm.
these are the things that's in the works. So we will have that next week. I will be posting um, what a man wants. It's not about what he chooses, but what a man wants, and we're gonna have a different outlook on that. So that's next Wednesday. Because I'm all of this is building up for Valentine's. Since everybody's so into this Valentine's, I see
They can have.
holidays as just another day.
It.
But
Thank you.
sometimes I miss the ball because I don't be thinking in that mind zone because I be so busy and I don't know what's what. But anyway, that's beside the point. This is just a build up because I'm trying to be more productive in with the holidays and everything. So this is just a build up because a lot of people are looking for love.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Love me
Yeah.
every day. Just love me
I
every
love
day.
you. So, but that's good enough for me right now.
Always.
Hey, Sonia. So,
Huh?
so one more thing. I was just thinking of. I want to give away some free sessions. If
Okay.
there's, I'll give away two free 15-minute consultations. If there's somebody here who needs that, like you've heard something tonight and just you like, wait a minute, I need to talk to somebody. I will definitely etch out 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to have a free consultation with you. So
Let's see
you
if
gotta
they
let me
can
know
win
that
it.
you
Let's
Yes.
see if they can win it. Go and like and share all of his links. Like and
Well,
yeah,
share. Make
I'm
sure
gonna
you post
recommend
back.
somebody follow you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, as
send
long as you're
somebody your
following
way.
him, follow him, send it, share it to other people, and let's make this into a giveaway. Let's blow him up. And
Yeah.
hey, you ain't gonna get by. You gotta like and share me too.
That's
Share
right.
me and
I
him with
like
other
it.
people, and you hear it. And I guess what we and when you do this, just say, I came through with Let's Bring It to the Table to the
Yeah,
Love
I was
Coach
at
of
the
Atlanta.
table. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me know I was at the table. Say
Yeah,
I was
because
at
he was at the table. He came in and he respected this table and he brought something to it. So y'all go ahead. What's the time frame? How long you want to give them to get your likes, and especially his TikTok, y'all. He loves his TikTok. So get out there and share that link to your friends. He has a
yeah.
lot to say. Trust. I've been watching him for a long while. He invited me out. I didn't go because I'm an introvert sometime and don't go nowhere. But
See, see,
but
see.
I've watched. I've watched. I've watched. I did my due diligence. I've
Yeah.
watched on the videos and everything. So
Okay.
like and share. He's giving away two. How many? How long
Yes.
are they?
The sessions 15, 20 minutes. It's supposed to be 15.
20
I'll
minute
go to
sessions.
20.
We'll say 20-minute
Oh,
sessions.
you gonna push it out there? Okay. And look, the winner will be chosen on Friday. Today is
This
Wednesday.
yes.
The winner will be chosen on Friday.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna put it out there and I'm put the links and everything. So share, everyone, so you can see if you can win. And so those who and make sure your friends say that you sent them to the table. So go out here and let's do this. Let's make Mr. Johnson big, the love coach of Atlanta. So,
Trying to make it happen.
like I said, he gives out good advice. Go watch him. He has this video out now about the five toxic why did my mind just go? Five toxic traits.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We talk about
Go
the
watch that.
toxic traits.
Go
Yeah,
watch
and
that. It's very, very interesting. Go watch
yeah.
that. It's on YouTube.
I'm definitely gonna send somebody your way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so a lot of my stuff is on the YouTube channel. You can type in the Love Coach and the search the Love Coach on YouTube, and all my YouTube videos will come flooding down. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
And he's linked into the group as well. So
Yes, man.
so let's get it. We have until Friday. Like, share, send people. The one who has the most, that's the winner. He'll choose the winner.
Yes,
So,
man. Yes, man.
and he'll post it in the group. So
I
y'all
will. Yes, I
How
get
will.
it
much do
done.
you charge for your sessions?
So I charge 204 per session. And that's for an hour session. So $204. Yeah.
Y'all ladies, if y'all out here, he hook y'all up. He'll get you ready
Yeah.
for that high man, that rich
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. The high value
I'm
man.
sorry, the high value.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny to me. I think a high value man has nothing to do with money. So that's just me,
Yeah.
but other
Yeah.
people think
Yeah.
otherwise. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you might want to look him up then if that's what you choose,
Yeah.
you know.
And if somebody needs just a shorter session, I'll do a $99 session for 30 minutes. So
Okay.
We'll get that posted out there so y'all will have it in the group. Just let him know that
yes,
this is
man.
from Let's Bring It to the Table. So,
Yes,
okay.
man. Yes, man.
Do you
So
take
So,
insurance?
do we take insurance? I knew it.
insurance. No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just keeping it real.
No.
You
All we
said
take is
insurance?
cash. Cash money.
I'm just keeping it real.
You might well ask him if you take karma.
We don't take no EBT neither. So
Karma, 4 easy payments.
Oh, wow.
yes.
Mm-mm.
So
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday we're on at 7 p.m. To Let's Bring It to the Table. Um, make sure that you tune in because you'll be surprised about the conversation. I think this was great. And as I always say, love yourself enough to leave the table when respect is no longer being served. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love you guys.